Welcome back to the More Sports Please podcast. I am one of your co-hosts. I'm here with my other co-host. Say hello in the ugly jerseys.
Hello. No.
Yes.
You're a Miami bandwagon. You're a Miami Heat bandwagon.
Does this look like a Miami Heat jersey?
Look to the left.
Does this look like a Miami Heat jersey? Does this look like a Miami Heat jersey? Does this look like a Miami Heat jersey?
Remember, if they're listening, they can't see your jersey.
I'm wearing a Golden State Oakland We Believe Curry jersey, and there's no Miami Heat jersey behind me anywhere. I'm a Bam Adebayo fan. All right, I got it. It was like $20, so I got it.
Didn't you tweet you're a bandwagon fan of the Miami Heat last year?
Like last year, but I was tired of being a bandwagon, so I hopped back on the Warriors. If you see me looking to my left, or in your guys' case, my right, I think. I don't know if it's inverted or not. It's left. Okay, I'm looking to my left. The Penguins are playing on my left screen right now. They're up 3-1 against the Flyers. The Flyers are doo-doo.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get into it later. Let's get into that later, man.
No, we're going to start off now. The Eagles. Garbage. Anyways,
Besides the point.
We got a big podcast full ahead of you today, but we're going to start off with the most important thing. This is the 2nd of March. By the time this is up, it won't be my birthday, but my birthday is on the 8th, and I don't know if we'll be podcasting before then. So, happy birthday to me in the future. Or in the future.
How old are you going to be?
2020.
2020.
23. I will be 23.
Congrats.
Wow.
You made it this far.
I didn't think so. Anyways, today we're going to blow the roof off this place with a breaking news that broke out yesterday. We were going to put podcasts on it yesterday, but we just decided to throw it in the normal one because I got caught up in zombies, and we made it to round 8, and then the game didn't crash. There was a host. Random was the host. He had 24 downs because at one point he just kept getting down, and we didn't revive him, so he just stood there. He was garbage.
Oh,
nice.
But if you guys haven't played the new Outbreak game mode in Call of Duty, go play it. It's the best game mode I think they've released in a while, but that's beside the point. J.J. Watt finally picks his team. He hasn't. I don't think he can officially sign until March 17th, but he has picked the Pittsburgh Arizona Cardinals.
I'm pretty sure he did. I thought I saw a picture of him signing today.
yeah, I did see that. I know what you're talking about.
On his Twitter?
I think it was on the NFL Instagram,
The NFL.
but he probably shared it, or the Cardinals did, one of the two.
Yeah, he said it's official. He's an Arizona Cardinal.
He might have been able to sign because he's not technically part of the free agency class. He was just let go. I don't know why.
He technically a free agent then? I don't get how that works.
Yeah, but free agents, because their free agents win the March 17th when the new league year starts, when free agency opens
that
up.
makes sense.
He's not part of that class really because his contract didn't expire. He was cut.
Right.
So I went to JJ Watt's Twitter instead of NFL's, but
See what?
yeah, I guess it is official because he's picture right here of him signing the contract. I don't know if you guys can see that.
If they're listening, they can't see it.
Ha ha ha! That's the second time you've made a joke.
That's the second time. That's not a joke. They can't see it.
Well, then come watch us over on YouTube. You get our faces. You get everything nice.
Or you could do both, or either or. It's
Yeah,
up
but
to you.
sync it up together. Sync them up together.
Yeah. That's how we
They
get all the listens. What?
Go ahead. Use your words. Use your words off of me.
Yeah, J.J. Watt signs with the Arizona Cardinals out of left field because he's supposed to sign with Cleveland, Buffalo, or Green Bay.
Yep.
Remember, those three were his top three. That's why you don't believe everything here on the internet. I didn't believe it because I wanted him to go there.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
How do you not go to the team where your brothers are?
Money.
Yeah.
He's got plenty. You're a millionaire. He's
He
got
wants more
plenty of
money.
money.
I think he wants to go to the team that's going to make him bank. And Arizona's interesting. It's an interesting team.
It definitely.
He wants to go back with his former teammate in D-Hop, right?
That is true too.
I guess it definitely makes him, I think, the favorite to win this division.
It's gonna be a tough division.
I don't know. Still,
I
low
don't.
key, honestly, I kind of think the Rams with Matthew Stafford.
Maybe.
It's very that division's very up in the air to me.
Those two teams I could see being the favorites. Russell needs. That's the next topic we'll get into. But Russell needs to get the fuck out of Seattle because he is now. If he was tired of being hit now you add JJ into the mix.
Yep.
It's gonna be a problem.
Yep.
Speaking of Seattle and Russell Wilson, Josh Gordon signed into the fan league or whatever the fuck it's called.
The fan control.
That one.
The fan control football, yeah. Oh, there's a flyer down.
Who
he got back up, number 13.
Never
Um,
mind.
yeah, he signed in the fan controlled lead with Johnny Manziel. It's great to see them two back together. I really like Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon was great. Just couldn't stay off the weed.
Okay.
I didn't like Johnny at all.
All.
But yeah, JJ in Arizona, that's awesome. They gave him this grace to wear number 99. The girl's or the guy's daughter did, so he'll be sticking with 99 because that was originally retired.
Right.
Jeez, you had JJ Watt and possibility of Chandler Jones being back up to like Chandler Jones status.
Yeah.
But
It's
JJ Watt is also not young.
Right.
He's getting up there. So we'll see. We'll see how much of an impact he makes on the defense. So the least he's gonna do is bring a bunch of leadership to that.
Right.
To those.
Definitely. Arizona needed to take a big gamble like that. It may not pay off, but that's how you win. That's how you make playoffs and win championships. Is you make gambles like that to try to see if it pays off. If it does, maybe you can win it. If you don't,
Arizona continues to be the graveyard.
the NFL veteran graveyard where all players go to die.
That's crazy. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with JJ there. I don't think he's at the tail end of his career, but I definitely think he's getting like I think he's got a couple years left, maybe good 4 or 5.
I think he's got 3, 4, maybe 5 elite years if he stays healthy. Also, shout out to my brother who's a happy camper. He's a Cardinals fan, so congrats.
Really, why isn't he on the podcast?
I don't know, dude.
Because he's a minor. We don't have minors on the podcast.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm only 12.
Well, get off. Bye. You didn't put that in the application.
Application.
No, we can have Landon on here at any time you guys want. He knows sports, so I wouldn't be opposed to bringing Landon on here.
Landed on the podcast off in the background.
Well, we'll do that another time.
Yeah.
It's a little late to get him on now.
Are you in Cincinnati right? No, you're home.
No, I'm in Cincinnati until either tomorrow night or the day after.
Oh, okay.
I'll be back home like Thursday afternoon at the latest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't be home.
Speaking of home, Russell Wilson wants to leave his home of Seattle and go to, and he doesn't want to leave his home, but he wouldn't be opposed. He wouldn't be opposed to leaving his home and going to Chicago, New Orleans. Nice. Damn it, Tristan Jarry. He went.
Did the Flyers score?
Yeah, it's 3-2. He bobbled the puck and it went in behind him. Sorry,
How
I'm
much time
getting
left?
distracted. 9 minutes in the third, exactly 9.
Okay.
It's 3-2, but he wants to go to Chicago, New Orleans, Oakland. There was another team.
Wasn't the Cowboys one of them?
Dallas. Was there 5 or 4?
There was a handful. I forget.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he wouldn't be opposed to going to like 4 or 5 different teams, which would be great for him.
I pray to God that he does not go to Dallas.
I don't. Dallas
think he
will
will.
lock up Dak before they do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope he stays out of Vegas.
I
don't
think
want him in
that's
the
his
AFC.
most prominent position to go, or prominent place to go to, aside from Chicago. I think Vegas and Chicago are his top 2. They're top places I see he can end up, which means he's going to be a Saint after saying that.
I was going to say, yeah.
So,
Do you know who I think he's going to be with next year?
who?
If we're doing
Seattle?
I think he's going to be with Seattle.
I
Yep, don't
honestly, I don't see him leaving either.
Yep.
Yeah, especially after, the blockbuster with, Matthew Stafford. Imagine the value it's going to take to get
It was just
Russell Wilson.
And also,
You know?
he has a no trade clause in his contract, so he gets to make the final say.
Yeah, and that's why I
Right.
think he came out with those 4. Be like, if you traded me here, I'll waive the no trade clause.
Mhm.
But I think he wants. I think he's not wanting a trade, but he's kind of forcing the organization to draft him a line.
That's
He's like,
exactly what I was
"Hey,
going to say.
listen to me."
Goal!
Fuck you.
Number 4, I believe that's CC. Let's go. I just love seeing fans back in that arena.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think he'll be in Seattle. Like I said, he's kind of trying to grab the organization to put him in a hole to be like, hey, draft me some protection.
Right.
Yeah.
And he really needs that. But I mean, you're not. No matter who you draft, unless they're on the Pittsburgh Steelers line from last year, you're not going to be able to hold Aaron Donald unless it's Chuck Okafor. But
You can hold Aaron Donald all you want. You're just gonna get flagged.
yeah. But I don't know.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I get his frustrations. There wasn't there like a rumor that he went in to try like in an offensive meeting and they just weren't listening to him. Like he was
I believe it.
trying to put his input about something and like have a conversation and they just kind of like brushed him off.
Yeah,
Like,
that
he
was
didn't-
another thing. Cody CC. Yep. He wanted to. He wanted more input in the organization. I think was that other big point. Like you had just mentioned, they didn't listen to him, which is weird because Russell Wilson has really drugged that Seattle. Aside from like having Brian Westbrook back in the day, he's really drugged that Seattle team from a 7-9 every year to a fighting squad.
Right. Yeah, he's been carrying that team for the better part of a decade,
Right.
ever since the Legion of Boom kind of died out.
And the organization just needs to get over themselves and lose the ego, this quarterback is carrying your team.
Yeah,
you need to
right.
listen to him at least.
Mm-hmm.
I think-
agree.
And there's a lot of organizations like that are kind of like, oh, we can go out and get a quarterback anytime we want. Look how good we are at drafting. Organizations like the sorry, I can't tell if I had a cough or a sneeze. The Seahawks, organizations like the Packers with Aaron Rodgers. I kind of think they're disrespecting Rodgers, who's really carried, like you said, carried that organization aside from having Brett Favre. But they were worried they weren't gonna have shit. And now Rodgers is back, and now they're on their high horse, like, oh, we can draft a quarterback. We've got Jordan Love.
Yeah, you can draft a quarterback, but just keep in mind a Russell Wilson or an Aaron Rodgers does not come with every fucking quarterback pick.
Right.
Those are some elite players, generational talent,
Yes, very elite.
and you drive that out of your organization, you're going to pay for that for a long time.
Speaking of quarterbacks, Alex Smith is. They announced that Washington and Alex Smith are parting ways, which sucks. But
yeah, with the Taylor Heineke extension, I see why.
I understand it. It's just a bummer to see, like, as a fan of football and like someone who, since we saw the comeback story, it's a bummer to see. I think he's got, I'd say, a couple years left to play. He's what, 36?
give or take.
No
I think something like that.
He's 23.
Okay. Yeah, I think he definitely belongs on an NFL roster, and I think he could maybe get some starting time, but I don't know how much in all he's got left in the tank. But I hope he plays for a little bit.
Alex Smith back to the Niners.
No.
I don't know.
I think the Niners will stick with Jimmy G. I don't think they'll. He's not a free agent, is he?
Jimmy G?
I don't think this year, no.
I don't think they trade him.
No, but they're just in the quarterback talk because Jimmy G just isn't that good.
Right. I think they're going to stick. I think they'll stick with Jimmy G until either his contract runs out or a very good opportunity to get a objectively better quarterback easily comes its way without needing to do a big trade or anything like that. Like if they get high draft pick and they get a quarterback and it's okay, that'd be next year, of course, but
Speaking of another quarterback that
Yeah.
Sorry, kind of zoned out there. Speaking of another quarterback that'll likely is back in the league, coming back. Big Ben has announced. He didn't announce. Somebody announced for him that he is coming back. His agent was like, he'll be back. So it's just whether or not they get the talks about the money sorted out and how fast that's going to go. We already lost on the fucking Watt sweepstakes, so might as well go get what? Watson? No, probably not. We might as well. I've seen mock drafts drafting this from anywhere from an offensive lineman to a running back to Mac Jones to Justin Fields falling to 24.
I saw a mock draft the other day. I think it was on CBS Sports or something, and it had the Eagles taking Mac Jones at number 6. I was like, what?
Some of these mock drafts are insane.
That sounds like something Howie Roseman would do, so I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
it's not what they do; it's what they expect to happen. And Howie Roseman is going to
make a dumbass pick, bro. He can literally not fuck up this draft.
I don't know, Herbert. How you feeling about
Big Ben
coming back?
Herbert, are you okay?
I got a message about the wedding I'm supposed to be in later.
Today?
No, not later today. So,
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and take this real quick. So just talk about it. You guys have the Discord things right there. I do apologize, but I will be back.
Okay. We can circle back to Big Ben because I'd like to hear Herbert's thoughts on that. Unless you want to give some thoughts on it real quick, Gavin.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think they could retire, for being completely honest.
I 100% agree with you. I think Big Ben is pretty much done. I think that he's going to continue to regress. The Steelers are obviously win now mode, at least as close to that as you can be. I think they're a good playoff contender. I don't know how much they got a chance at the Super Bowl, but they got to move on from Roethlisberger.
As much as it pains me to say, because I do go to the Miami University. Big Ben Roethlisberger isn't even allowed on campus anymore. But yeah, I mean, I understand that he wants to get another ring, and he feels like he feels like he could with this team, but you're not gonna win you're just not gonna win the Super Bowl with Big Ben right now.
I don't think so. I think that window is slammed shut. I think the last real chance they had was 2017. And I think that team had too much ego to do it. I think they had the talent to get it done. But
if not Big Ben, then who? Then Dwayne Haskins?
I mean, I think...
Or Watson's always there, but...
I do not want to see this happen. At all. I would hate it. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they made a low-risk, high-reward move for like an Andy Dalton, a guy who plays as well as the players around him,
Yeah.
He's a free agent. You could sign him to a one-year deal. I don't know if he'd play in Pittsburgh, considering he played in Cincinnati for a decade. But that kind of guy,
What about Cam Newton? That would be interesting.
I mean, let's be honest. We're talking about going from Big Ben to
Matheson scored.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Matheson. Oh no, yeah, Matheson. But anyways, go ahead. I don't know where we were at, but
we were talking about the quarterback situation in Pittsburgh and possible replacement for Ben Roethlisberger if he didn't play next year, even though he said he would. But we're just entertaining the fact, if he didn't, then who would,
Mason Rudolph. I'm just kidding. Dwayne Haskins. Honestly, I don't know. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I made a point. Well, Fitzpatrick too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I was saying someone I don't think he'd do it because he played in Cincinnati forever, and Andy Dalton, who's plays as well as the players around him. You got a good receiver core there. If you give him protection, could have a comeback year. I don't know. But
Fitzpatrick,
a Dalton or a Fitzpatrick, kind of for a 1-2 year deal. I don't know.
Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick
12 years.
openly said the Bills were the best fan base he played for while playing in Miami.
Oh.
I don't think him being a Bengal for a bit is gonna stop him from going somewhere else
I
and
said
playing.
Dalton.
Oh,
I'm not talking Fitzpatrick.
I thought you were talking Fitzpatrick. Oh,
No.
I don't know. I maybe I don't. I wouldn't want Dalton in Pittsburgh.
I mean,
No,
I don't
thank
want
you.
Dalton to
No,
go to
thank you.
Pittsburgh.
I don't want average on our team. I want above average.
Watson to Pittsburgh?
If we can make that happen, yeah. Send all our picks to get Deshaun Watson.
Watson? No,
That
please
would
no.
be phenomenal. I would
It's
love
definitely-
that.
I think the Steelers are definitely in the sweepstakes, but they're just not necessarily at the top of the leaderboard.
No, I don't think so.
We're not at the bottom either.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. Everything we've said and that we've predicted and thought would happen has been completely wrong. So, except for Wentz and Indy, we were right about that.
True. Yeah, but that one was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everything else we've completely whiffed. So,
Perfect. That's what we're here for.
Dak Prescott, Pittsburgh Steeler.
That would be nice.
I would
Dak,
like that.
Deshaun, somebody for the future. Juju, please.
Juju at quarterback.
Juju at quarterback.
Oh, what was it? Braxton Miller?
Braxton Miller. Bring Troy Smith out of retirement.
Yeah, dude. Call up Terry Bradshaw, bring him back.
Bring in Joe Flacco.
Jacob Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
Bring in Justin. Trey Lance.
Uh-huh.
Trey Lance.
For to Pittsburgh?
Somebody in the draft. Trey Lance, not Mac Jones. Trey Lance.
Would you be trading up, or do you think he falls?
I don't know.
I think Trey Lance. I wouldn't be surprised if Trey Lance went in the top 10 or the later parts of round 1. I think he could go anywhere.
Probably the Panthers, but we'll see.
No, they'll have Deshaun.
The Panthers?
Panthers are clearing house to get that man.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of time between now and draft night.
Man, there's 3 minutes left, and the Penguins are on a power play, and they're up 5-2.
Doesn't matter.
I think they might
Don't
win.
know. I don't even know what hockey is. I'm done watching hockey. I'm wearing a Sixers jersey.
Actually, you're wearing a Phila jersey. Whatever the hell the Philas are. So that actually cleared up all our football pretty quickly.
We're just that good. We're that efficient.
MLB training, spring training games have started. I haven't watched any.
Me neither.
I haven't really watched either.
I've kept up on the Pirates a little bit. We got smacked today. But
how'd the Reds do? I think the Reds are playing right now.
I think the Reds are playing in the dark.
Well, they're out in Arizona.
They are out in Arizona, I guess.
We're down 5-1. Okay.
We lost 6-1 to the Tigers.
Oh.
The Phillies?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've just not been paying attention to baseball right now.
They lost 4-2 today.
Against who?
The Blue Jays.
The Blue Jackets, the Columbus Blue Jackets.
My fire alarm needs the battery replaced.
Oh.
Yeah, I just heard that.
Yeah.
This is the first time it's gone off at all today. At all since I've been here. But the Pirates are 1-1. We tied. The Pirates have tied. We tied 2-2 yesterday.
Nice.
Doo-doo.
But yeah, spring training happening. Opening day is like a month out. I'm excited for baseball to get going. Actually get going.
Go to all the games. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, I'd like to get in for some.
We'll
see.
Nice,
we'll see.
Did anyone see that?
No. Is there a ghost in your room?
I thought I saw something move behind me. It almost looked like a ghost.
Jacob's going to die on the podcast.
Well, okay, so why are you, for people who are listening to audio, Jacob, why is your room pitch black besides you?
Because I've got a lamp on right here. My light is right behind me, and if I turn it on, it doesn't look good. The glare is really bad.
Right here.
Okay, but it'll be right behind me, and it doesn't look good. So I just turn my light off, and
that's fair. I have a lamp right here that I could try to use. Hold on.
I just think my lamp looks better. So,
Keep talking.
Otherwise I have to turn my table completely around. But yeah, sorry to get off topic. But yeah,
Don't ever do that again.
For anyone who's listening on Spotify, Gavin just blinded himself. But yeah, sorry. I just thought I saw a ghost behind me. So I'm still kind of convinced my apartment's haunted, but that's beside the point.
It was Big Ben's arm talent. The ghost of Big Ben's arm talent.
That's crazy because that's still haunting his arm.
Ghost of Sunday's
because it hasn't left. It hasn't left.
Back on
what do
baseball,
you guys
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
What are you guys' opinions for your teams coming up?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
The Phillies?
The Phillies.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't pay attention too much to baseball during the off season, but from the moves we've made, bringing back Real Muto, getting that one shortstop, I forget his name. But yeah, I mean, they seem good to me. They seem like better than last year at least. I feel like we've improved.
Yeah, I think
we just need to fix our fucking
bullpen.
Yeah. That's still an issue from last year.
Yeah, I think the Phillies will be in the running for the playoffs. I think they are improved from last year, and I could see them being a wild card team. I don't know if I have them winning the East just because the Mets are trying to buy a
Mets.
But yeah, I think the Phillies will be good. Reds, I'm really not sure. I think we'll be probably pretty close to 500. I think we have to still try to go and get a shortstop. They're talking about maybe having Jose Garcia come in, and he's just not quite ready for the big leagues yet. Like, he could be good later, but I think he's still pretty young and still needs to develop a bit.
The Mets.
And I mean, we lost Trevor Bauer. That was pretty big. It's going to depend on how our hitting does. Our hitting was really bad last year. If we can warm the bats up, we might be able to be decent, but I don't know. The division's kind of up in the air. I could see the Reds being anywhere from like fourth to, I mean, they could win the division, but I don't know how I feel about that. Probably fourth or third in the division.
I see.
If only they could have won last year.
Do what?
Well, if only they could have won in the playoffs last year.
I mean, I was really hoping they would, but we just couldn't hit.
I see the Pirates anywhere from last to dead last. So.
First overall pick again.
We brought in Todd Frazier. Yeah.
Like the TV show?
The TV show Todd Frazier. So now we have two Fraziers on the team. We have Todd and Adam. So it'll be interesting. I mean, we're 1-1-1 in spring training right now, which is going to be the highest record we'll ever have all season. Shut up, fire alarm! But
that was so rude. That was so out of pocket.
That's my fire alarm. I'll treat it how I want to treat it.
Okay. We see.
Updates on hockey. The Flyers just lost 5-2 to the Penguins.
GG.
No GGs. Bad team you have.
Hey, we still lead the series, right?
I have no idea. Probably. So that puts the Pens at 12-8, which we should receive 2 points for winning.
2 points.
So we'll check the standings right now.
Okay, I'd like to pull them up here as well, just so I can get a look.
There's the fire alarm again.
Ignore it. So that drops the Flyers to 11-5, and we move up to 12-8. So puts us up 2 points, which means we'll be tied with the Flyers in points. We'll have 25.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's the Caps are at the top of the division with 28. Then it's the Bruins with 26, Islanders with 26, and then Flyers with 25, and then the Pens will have 25.
I didn't realize
do have some games to stop. Flyers do have some games to make up, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if Philly wins 2 games, they could actually pass Washington.
We played them Saturday.
Washington or Philly?
Philly. It's a makeup
Philly.
game.
I'll watch that game. I probably won't have work to do then.
We also play you guys. What is today? Tuesday.
Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, we play. We play guys Tuesday. We play guys Thursday, and we play guys Saturday.
Well,
So it's boom, boom, boom.
Well, as far as anyone who's interested out west, Vegas had a game last night. They were actually down 4-2 with like 7 minutes left. Scored a goal, then scored with an extra man after they pulled Fleury. Managed to force overtime against Minnesota, and we got the comeback win, which was really nice. I really didn't expect us to get the game pulled out, but got the job done. A lot of people are still slandering Vegas for their gold helmets and saying that they're losing because of the gold helmets. But they got a win in them last night.
It's just superstition.
I know. I think the gold helmets look pretty good. A lot of people think they look goofy, but I kind of like them. I'd probably pick the black helmets first or the gray helmets, whatever their color they are. But I think the gold ones look pretty cool. Every now and then, at least. Not all the time, but fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go helmets. Take them off. Put the regular ones back on.
Yeah. Also, the Canadians fired their head coach.
Yeah, the Canadians did fire their head coach.
Yeah.
So it'll
That's
be
kind of old news, I think, but that happened since we last talked.
There's
still not sure
NFL news I forgot to mention.
What?
There were cuts of 2 Kyles
Rudolph.
Oh yeah, Rudolph. I forgot.
Kyle
and
Pitts.
Van Noy.
Oh, Van Noy got cut? I didn't see that.
Van
I
Noy
want
had a
Van Noy-
5-year deal in Miami. Played 1, got cut. Cap casualty.
Why did they cut him?
Cap. They need money. They said
money.
goodbye. They
I
said
would've-
see you later. Hidden free agency.
If the Eagles want to sign, we need linebacker help.
Yeah, we do too. I think he plays outside, right? Because we need an outside.
Is he a 4-3 or a 3-4 guy?
I don't know. Let me go ask. Kyle Van Noy, are you a 3-4 or 4-3? He didn't respond.
All right.
So he said
could use-
beep.
We could use Kyle Van Noy real bad.
I'll
Yeah.
use Kyle Van Noy.
If Bud walks, we could use Kyle.
Honestly, we could use Kyle Rudolph too.
We don't need.
We
Depends on how
could
much it
use him,
costs.
but I don't think they'll bring him in.
I think it'll cost
Also,
too much.
I forget who reported it, but the Eagles are reportedly looking for a day 3 2021 pick for Zach Ertz.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Which is I expected that because everyone knows that he's not going to be in Philadelphia next season.
Right.
So
Yeah.
just get something for him.
How many more years is he under contract?
7.
Dog, I don't
I'm just
know.
kidding.
Let me check.
2 years.
It's got to be maybe 2.
I feel like it's 2 at the most.
I feel like it's maybe beep at the most.
Yeah. That's what the smoke alarm said.
It's thirsty. We need to give it water.
If I'm reading this right, he's signed through. Hello? Maybe I'm not reading this right. Hold on.
Uh,
I don't.
bop, beep, bop, 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 bop.
Stupid. I don't know how to read.
Herbert, didn't you say that Sidney Crosby just played his 1,000th career game?
Yes, he did play his 1,000th career game a while last week. They won,
Nice.
but now he's on
If
COVID
I'm reading
list.
this right,
He has the COVID.
if I'm reading this right, it looks like he signed through 2023. So
3 years of Zach Ertz
yeah,
for a late round pick.
there you
That
go.
ain't too bad.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't play as well as he usually does, but
I mean,
he can catch a ball. That's for sure.
he's worth the gamble.
He's not the best yak guy, and he's not the best blocker, but he can catch the damn ball. That is for sure.
How about we
That he
give
can.
you the 6th round pick we got for, or 7th round pick, whichever it was, for the Carlos Dunlap trade, and you give us Zach Ertz.
5th.
6th. You can have a
Sixth, okay.
6th.
Yep, there you go.
All right, Zach Ertz to Pittsburgh. Here he comes.
We just made the deal right now. I'm Zach Ertz's agent.
Why didn't you take my 6th round pick?
Because I don't.
Ours is better than theirs, you idiot.
I hate you.
I hate you.
Well, I thought you said 7th round pick.
It's
Too
6th or
late. You
7th,
already
I don't
said
remember.
yes. He's coming over here. Sign the deal.
Actually-
Call the NFL.
We're trading him to the Eagles for a 1st round pick.
Okay. Eagles lose their 1st round pick to keep Zach Ertz.
I guess no.
Wow,
Okay,
we've only hit the 35-minute mark. This is gonna be a shorter episode.
Bro, we are so efficient.
NASCAR.
Oh,
I don't know if we didn't talk about Christopher Bell winning his first race at the Daytona Road Course, and then
Bell.
Le'Veon Bell, Christopher Bell, driving the 20 car for Joe Gibbs, won his first NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race. That marks 2 back-to-back. Michael McDowell and Christopher Bell, and then William Byron in the 24 car won a race. That's his 2nd ever race. There have been 3 winners this season who are not we're not favorites to win any of the races that have won. William Byron won at Homestead.
Well,
That's
good for them.
crazy.
2021, dude.
NASCAR.
Go for him.
I don't watch much NASCAR, but it's always good to see someone you don't expect to win. It's always fun.
Win. They're going to win. They're all 3 locked. They're all 3 locked in the playoffs for the chase for the cup. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes in NASCAR. Moving on. I'll let you guys talk about the Overwatch League while I go turn my fucking fire alarm off because it keeps beeping. So you guys talk about the Overwatch League.
All right, Overwatch League. So a lot of people probably don't care about the Overwatch League, but if you do, well, if you don't, you should start watching it because it's fun. It's
a good time. It's a good time.
Go Fusion. That's my team.
Go Outlaws.
There are rumors that we're gonna get Rascal, who is one of the better DPSs in the league. So Rascal, Carpe, bro, we just go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
With that DPS lineup.
Rascal was with both Shock Championship rosters, right?
I think so. Yeah, he was there last year.
That's some big championship experience right there. I think that would be huge.
But I'm nervous because I've heard rumors that there could be visa issues with Funny
EQO,
Astro.
Or Funny Astro, okay.
Astro and EQO.
And EQO, okay. I did see EQO. I didn't see Funny Astro.
So that's not fun.
No. Yeah, that's...
If we lose EQO, that's fine. If we sign Rascal, too. But if we lose Funny Astro, we're screwed.
Right.
He is a very good support player.
Right.
We already released Boombox, too. So we don't have anyone to replace him.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, especially with you guys being in APAC and all of that. And with Rascal moving on, it does make me kind of wonder how the Shock are going to be this year. I think they'll still be extremely dominant. I think they'll be a top 2 or 3 team in the league at least.
They're always going to be.
I'm very curious since they're losing Rascal, they're losing Moth. Just kind of losing some of those guys that have been really good with them. I was really hoping we'd get Super, but that didn't work out. Yeah, but I don't know. Shock's still gonna be really good, but it does kind of make me wonder how it'll be since they start to lose players. But then again, they lost the best player in the world and still won the whole thing last year. So good old Sinatra.
They're too good.
I just remembered there was the schedule format announcement too.
Oh yeah, they announced the first leg, right? The first leg of the schedule.
They announced the full schedule. It's all there.
Yeah. It's all there.
It's all there, just not the tournaments because obviously you got to qualify for those. But,
how many games are there being played?
16 regular season games and then 4 tournaments.
So we're cutting back.
Yeah. I think it is also because the season's starting later. I think that's part of it. I think it's the season starting late, them adding tournaments, or a tournament, I guess, because there were 3 last year.
So that just makes regular season games that much more important now.
Right, definitely. Um,
And Fusion to the APAC, they're going to be playing at 6:30 in the morning. So
have fun this summer, buddy.
I saw something that said they do like a rebroadcast for like those 5 to 6:30 games for the Fusion that goes at like 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that you
Okay.
can watch. They'll just replay it, but the 8 a.m. games don't get that. So I'm gonna have to wake up early.
Breaking news. Doesn't sound like talks are going well with the Jets and safety Marcus Maine, his agent, chiming in below. Anderson is the first cap casualty. The O line could hit to Jets could have more than $80 million in cap space by the time they're done trimming the fat. Field Yates said the Jets could have $80 million in cap space or more by the time free agency begins. They have 5 first-round picks in the next 3 drafts, tied with the Lions with the most. Any players available be in free agency or trade, the Jets have the resources to try and acquire him. This is Marcus May's agent. Yet, refused to take care of their best player, captain, team voted MVP in his prime, who had several All-Pro votes and who played out his entire rookie deal and changed positions on his contract after they got rid of last year's All-Pro safety. The peace emoji.
Sounds like a bunch of social media drama.
The first tweet says future Steeler.
Of course it does. Who isn't a future Steeler?
You're right. Everybody is a future Steeler.
Okay. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do over there in New York.
The Jets have the assets to be a good team. We'll just see if.
We'll see.
Well, now that they got Mr. Gase out, there you go.
Mr. Gase.
Mr. Gase.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting. If you ask my buddy Cody, he's been a Jets fan forever.
He said it would be interesting.
He would say that they're going to mess it up. He says Jets stands for just end the season. So that's
Did you guys
fair
hear the
enough.
train?
Do what?
You guys hear the train?
I do.
Oh.
I did when you talked. I heard.
Yeah, it's
Not really,
train
no.
going by right now.
Yeah, well, we got smoke detectors going on with Herbert. You got ghosts with me. You got trains with Gavin.
It's been a clusterfuck.
It's been quite a night, dude.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting night.
Fun.
But yeah, before we transition on, my last question relating with Overwatch League. Gavin, how you feeling right now with Philly? Do you think they're a playoff team this year?
Yes. I feel like we're top 3 in the APAC right now. If we sign Rascal. If we sign Rascal and the visa issues get solved, then we're top 3 in the APAC behind Seoul and Shanghai, I think.
Okay. I could see
I don't know much about the APAC because I didn't really watch it last year. But
Right.
from what I've heard of the few things I've seen, I believe we can be a contender in that. It's going to be tough, but
I get you.
we'll see.
I think
We'll probably screw it up.
I think Philly's got a great shot. I think they'll definitely make some tournament runs during the year, and it should be fun. I'm not sure how it's going to be with Houston just because of how many new players we've got, how many rookies we have. I'm hoping Junk Buck, our new coach, helps with that to get us going to be better this year. I think there's frankly some pretty bad rosters in North America right now, and I think looking at the schedule, I think Houston can rack up some wins against like London and Vancouver and Paris. Like I think they can definitely beat them up. Boston as well. I think Houston finishes maybe like 8th or 9th in North America. I still think they're maybe out of a playoff. I think they could be fun. They could be a trap team, but I think we've still got some room to develop. I think we're kind of playing long ball, long-term rebuild, but we'll see what happens.
And knowing the Fusion will end the season second in the APAC. There you go.
Nothing more Philadelphia than second place.
Yeah, that's kind of our story.
Yep.
Yeah, Overwatch League. Yippee! Before we hit our topic of NBA at the end of the season, at the end of the show, the March Madness is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited because last year's March Madness didn't happen.
Right.
because of the coughing disease.
What is that? Never heard of it.
The coughing disease. You can't smell, taste, or hear, or smell and taste. You go deaf with COVID.
They updated it. That was the new patch.
God.
COVID-19 updated COVID 2020 patch. You can't hear.
I hate you guys so much.
Yeah, with COVID last year, the March Madness didn't happen, but now it is going to. I'm excited to see him. Excited to fill out the little brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And as the key word we've said all episode and every single episode, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Interesting. Maybe
I'm sorry I said it a lot.
We've all said it a lot.
Teams who are projected to win will win, and it will not be interesting at all.
Yeah, all the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s and 7s and 8s will all keep coming.
Yeah.
No upsets.
Yeah. No upsets at all. I don't know.
That's how I'm going to fill out my bracket. No upset.
Is no upset. That would be the worst.
Do not talk to me.
So moving on to our final topic of the episode, like always, the National Basketball Association. We dogged on the Knicks all year, all time about you put the damn uglies down. We've dogged on the Knicks for never beating the 76ers or Ben Simmons or whoever on that terrible team.
Ben Simmons.
But
first into East.
the Knicks are fourth in the least right now. So that's insane.
Yeah, it is. It is surprising.
The New York Knicks at 18 and 17.
Doesn't change the fact that they've never beat
Ben Simmons. Yes.
Benjamin Simmons.
Their game coming up in March.
There's two of them. Very close together. Right after All-Star.
They're guaranteed to win one of those, right? And we can finally end this meme.
Ben Simmons doesn't play, they can win.
Only if Ben doesn't play. Yeah.
Ben is going to play both, and they're eventually going to take one of them. And we can finally end this meme.
No. The meme has to live forever, dude. Listen. But, yeah, I think... I don't know. It's I really didn't expect them to. If they pushed for maybe like an 8th spot, maybe that'd be surprising. But I think that just is kind of a testament to how bad the Eastern Conference is this year. Is the New York Knicks are in 4th place, ahead of Boston and Miami. Toronto maybe. I don't remember.
The biggest gap.
Yeah, it's got to be Toronto.
The biggest gap is 4 games, and that's between the Bucks and the Knicks. The Bucks are a half a game behind first place, and the Knicks are 5. So it's really a toss-up for who can be first right now. With the 76ers at 1, Nets at 2, Bucks at 3, and then it's the Knicks, Heat, Celtics, Raptors, and Hornets to finish out the playoffs. But
I really thought the Hawks would be one of the teams to make the playoffs this year. Obviously, it's not been going well, and they just fired their head coach. So I think Atlanta is going to miss again this year. But
you know what I think? I think it's going to be interesting.
I hate you.
But the Heat's back on a winning streak to bring them back into the top at the 5th seed, even at 17 and 17. They finally hit their stride. In the Western Conference, Jazz, Lakers, Clippers, Suns, Trailblazers, Spurs, Nuggets, and the Warriors to end out the top 8 in playoffs. It's nice.
Mavs still outside the playoff picture.
At 10. Pelicans at 11. Grizzlies at 9. Thunder at 12. Kings, Rockets, Timberwolves.
Timberwolves still at the
bottom.
bottom.
The Timberwolves are still. Wow, the Rockets are on a 10-game losing streak.
Oh my God, 12 games. They're on a 12-game losing streak.
Yeah, they're on a sorry, it only shows the last 10 games. They're on a 12-game losing streak.
Oh my God, dude.
Wow.
Yikes. What a time to be a Houston fan in anything.
Man, the cheating for the Astros really bit that city in the ass. Karma took it when you're losing everything now. Yeah. Houston will be losing literally everything. Your water, your houses, You're going to lose everything.
Oh my god, the
And
football gods have gotten so pissed.
The gods,
But-
the sports gods in general, were like, "Okay,
Oh yeah, of course.
done.
Yeah.
You're losing everything."
They even gave them an XFL team and had them go 5-0 halfway through the season and said, "You know what? You don't even get to finish the season."
That was the start of it all.
Yeah, I do have a question. Herbert and I casually talked about it the other day, but back with the Knicks a little bit. If the Knicks made the playoffs and they stayed the course and they were 4 or 5 seed, what did you think they'd do as a 4th seed or a 5th seed?
Lose in the first round.
Okay.
If they were a 4th or a 5th, I think they would just be facing. If they were a 4th, they'd face a 5th. If they were the 5th, they'd be facing the 4th. So really, it's kind of an even matchup. If playoffs ended today and it's Knicks and Heat, I'd take the Knicks in 6 games.
I'd still take the Heat, especially how hot they are. I'd take the Heat probably in about 6, but I
guess
don't know.
the Heat are kind of hot right now.
It's going to depend on. I don't think the Knicks stay in 4th. I think Boston and Toronto. I almost said Tampa, Toronto, and these other teams that are behind them. I think they catch up, but I don't know if it ended up in a situation where Indiana ends up in their usual place of 4th or 5th in the East and they face the Knicks. Don't know who would win that.
Indiana's at 9 right now.
Yeah, I know.
They'd have to, it's not. We're just coming up on the halfway point basically for the All-Star break, so it'll be interesting to see where Indiana faces or finishes.
It will be interesting. Yes, it will be interesting.
Knicks will be 8th in the East, face off against the Sixers, and then they'll get swept because they face Ben Simmons for 4 games.
No,
the meme will live on.
Jazz are on a 7-3 game stretch right now in the last 10 games. As soon as we dropped that podcast saying the Jazz were killing it, they lost that night. They lost that night.
Jazz and Philly play tomorrow.
So it's a very good team versus overrated team. You be the judge of which is which.
Utah is overrated.
No, stupid.
Utah's very good.
But Philly isn't overrated.
I'm a little scared. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little scared about the second half of the season.
I'm not.
I'm a little worried. We'll see what happens. I'm very curious to see if we can get a Kyle Lowry or someone like that at the trade deadline.
You guys haven't really hit that kind of losing streak yet.
We had a little 3-game skid.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
Normally, there's usually spans across 7 games. I think every team has that 6 or 7 game losing streak. You guys really haven't hit that yet. And it would be best that you guys have hit that at the beginning of the season rather than the end of the season. Like the Steelers.
Oh, he's having flashbacks.
Let's see what the schedule looks like. Jazz tomorrow, then March 11th, it's the Bulls. 12, the Wizards. Cool. So hard, easy. Spurs is medium. The Knicks on the 16th. Then you go to the Bucks. Then play the Kings and come back to the Knicks. Very well could go 1-4 in that stretch. Very well could go 1-5 as you go to Golden State to play the Warriors, then to LA to play the Lakers, then to LA to play the Clippers, then to Denver to play the Nuggets.
This is why I was saying I'm kind of nervous. We have a bunch of games.
Then to Cleveland.
We've got some tough games. We got a lot of road games, and Philly doesn't play as well on the road as they do at home. I think we saw that last year especially. But I don't know. We'll see. I think Philly will still definitely be a top 3 team in the East, especially this year. But my question is, how well do we keep Brooklyn, maybe even Milwaukee at bay?
I think the Clippers will do good too. I think the 76ers I think the 76ers will be a top 3 team as well. I don't know what can really stop them other than their own self. Ben Simmons trying to shoot more threes, or Joel Embiid trying to play the point guard position, or Dwight Howard being Dwight Howard.
yesterday we destroyed the Pacers and we didn't even have Tobias Harris.
Yeah, who do the Pacers have?
Peyton
A team.
Domantas Sabonis?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bless you.
Dominic Sabonis. Not Dominic Sabonis. Wow, they have one guy. That is it. Why are the Penguins players walking back out on the ice? Oh, this is beginning. That's the beginning of the game. The fans are clapping. They're saying, "Thank you for coming."
All right.
Well, yeah, they're glad to be back, dude. I'd be too.
I would be too. So I believe Shake Milton is the greatest March 1st player of all time. Shake,
Oh yes.
Right.
Last year he put up 39 on March 1st. This year he put up 26 on March 1st. He's the best March 1st player of all time. That is all.
Boo boo. He's booty. NFL potential changes the schedule. We'll probably talk about that later as it gets closer, because with the 17 games, they might move the Super Bowl back. A Monday night playoff game, doubleheader on Christmas. Hi, Aurora. So it really, I don't know. It's really interesting. It's interesting to see what will happen there.
Interesting. Definitely interesting.
But I believe that's where we're going to end the podcast on a good note. The Flyers scored the first goal, and then it was the Penguins the rest of the way. So the Penguins win 5-2 tonight against the Flyers as I'm watching the game because they are the best team in the league. What is the finger?
I want to take a moment. Shout out FCC. Season starting soon. Shut up.
No shout-outs. No free shout-outs. They have to pay.
Have to pass.
FCC dropped a new jersey. It looks nice.
They
I really
drafted
like
a new jersey.
They drafted a new jersey, yeah, and they'll be opening their new stadium soon. Very excited about that. But that's my soccer. That's it.
Cool.
All right. And there's my cat.
Oh, she jumped.
Yeah, she's hunting something. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. It was a little under an hour, but not much sports happened. Not much sports news aside from JJ Watt happened this week.
Yep.
So,
Quiet.
as always, take care. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Yeah, goodbye. Go Birds.
Adios.
Go Pens.